Good morning, children. Welcome back to our classes. I hope everyone enjoyed Diwali festival with a safe and security message. Fine. I hope everyone have written exam very well. Yeah, most of you got scored good marks. That's good. Now, we have discussed till last class about ideas of government, right? What are the incomes and goals of different states and different people. In the same way, we have going to discuss about the income and other criteria. What is that? What is the per capita income? What are the incomes of different states and different peoples? That we discussed now. Now today's topic in session 8 is income and other criteria. What is that? We'll see now. See, there is a one per capita income table. I'll draw it and I'll explain what it means. Okay. Now let's try to go with a diagram, right? State and per capita income. State and per capita income. Depends on states. We discuss about the per capita income of each and every state. Just I'll go with the current prices. I'll go with current prices of anything. Okay, that if you take 2011 to 12 and states, I'll go with Haryana state, and the per capita is 180,174. Per capita income of Haryana is 180,174. Himachal Pradesh, just I write short form Himachal Pradesh, and per capita income of Himachal Pradesh is 149,028. And if you go to Bihar, the per capita income would be less, 34409. Sir, what about this per capita income, sir? What are these states? What is these numbers? See, when you compare the different states, the per capita income or the income of a state will be different. Okay. See, if you see Haryana, it is somewhat this number. Okay. And if you come to Himachal Pradesh, it got decreased. And if you come to Bihar, and it got only 34,000 plus. It's nothing but 34,409 is a per capita income in the year 2011 to 12. Why having some variance means here we can see the population or the source of income in different states will be different, not exactly that we get the income of all the states. This is what we are discussing. Income of all the states and other criteria is nothing but it depends on population or whatever we see in a going forward steps. Now, if I go in depth, here I can give you an example. Let us examine. Just let us think there is one example. When you compare with Haryana and Himachal Pradesh, what will be the income? Okay, this is a per capita income of these three states. But we'll see in example what the income of these three states are happening. Now, per capita income of per capita income of Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar, we find that out of these three, Haryana is the biggest, right? As I told, Haryana per capita income is more, right? Haryana has the highest per capita income, and Bihar is at the bottom. As just now we discussed, Haryana is in the top level and Bihar is in the least level. Because why? Maybe due to resources are less in Bihar state. That's the reason we could see per capita income is less when you compare with Haryana. And that means an average of a person in Haryana earned 2.5 lakhs in 1 year. It means in Haryana, averagely a person can earn per year 2.5 lakhs. 2.5 lakhs a person can earn a yearly income in Haryana is 2.5 lakhs. But when you come to Himachal Pradesh and Bihar, how much they are earning, we'll see. If you come to Bihar, it will be a 0.66 lakhs. 0.66 lakhs. It is nothing but 66,000 per year they are earning the income, each individual. Now, that's the reason we could see Bihar is less than Haryana and it is a bottom to Himachal Pradesh. Guys, it's an example how the per capita income will be differ from one state to one state. This is an example, ma. You can take Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Both incomes will be different, right? And so per capita income were to be used to measure development. Haryana would be considered the most developed and the Bihar is developed state in the just now I told. See, why sir? Why we will have difference amount here? Haryana is most developed state, developed, right? Still it is developing, but when you compare to Bihar, Haryana is more developed state. The resources, the occupations, the income availability is more when you compare with Haryana, right? When you go with Bihar, it is very less when you compare with Himachal Pradesh and Haryana as well. And this Haryana is more developed than Bihar, and Bihar is least developed or still it is in developing stage. That's the reason it is in the bottom level in earning the per capita income. And there is one more per capita income table are given. I'll show you that as well. One second. And there is a IFR. What is that? We'll see now. I'll draw the table for you. Just go through that. This is an example how to know the differences of per capita incomes and all. Yeah, let's take a diagram. There is a per capita income calculation in same Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar. We'll see what is those. Now I'll go with state. This is a state. Next, IMR per 1000 2016. IMR per 1000 2000 in 2016. And if you go to literacy rate is nothing but percentage in the year 2011, right? And net attendance ratio for secondary stage. Net attendance for ratio. Net attendance for ratio in the year 2013 to 14. Now, what he is mentioning, in state wise, he is giving IMR. IMR means, what is IMR means? Here he is giving infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate, IMR means. We'll discuss what is that. Next is giving literacy rate of people. I mean, the literacy rate is illiterates, the poor people and everything, the percentage in 2011. Now, we will see what is that. Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar. Infant mortality rate, the rate of, the people percentage in the year 2016, Haryana is 33 and Himachal Pradesh is 25 and 38 in Bihar. 38 in Bihar. And if you come to literacy rate, the poorness, there is no resources, right? See here, it measures the percentage of literate people in the above. Here, what is the literacy rate in the year 2011 in each state? That is 77 here literacy rate, okay, very less. And in Himachal Pradesh it is 84, and if you see 64 in Bihar. It is up and down. And if you go to attendance ratio, 61, 67 and 40, 43. Yeah. What is this table implies? I'll explain it. See, infant mortality, out of 1,000 live children born, the number of children who die within 1 year. It means literacy rate is nothing but the people are born, right? And the number of people or the children born in a year, equivalent to that, the people are going to be died. Example here you have given. If for example 1,000 people, 1,000 children have died in a year, equivalent to that and daily money in a country, 100 members children put there, but equivalent to that, 100 people are going to die. The literacy rate is balancing, right? And